What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. We are back again. It is Wednesday the 24th of July 2024. I do apologize. I haven't been streaming for a few days. Unfortunately, my partner is ill. She is at hospital, so I've been doing family, you know what it gets like, of course, as well as trying to create content with Wax Unfiltered as well. It's been hectic over the past couple of days, but big up every single one of you. Make sure we are hitting up the like button. We're back again. Mikel, Merino, Viktor, Gyokeres. Come on, it's looking like we could end this window on a high, ladies and gentlemen. We have been concerned, skeptical, all of those words there. But, Arsenal, they got a plan, haven't they? Edu's got a plan. Does Edu have a plan? Clear plan? Clear plan, FC? Does he have a plan? Let's see. There's a lot of reports telling us that, Viktor Gyokeres, Arsenal are ready to approach that deal right now with around 60 million bid. So that's pretty interesting. We will obviously touch on that in further detail. Mikel Merino does look like the next player to join Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal all over that one. £25 million is the talk of the town. We'll get into that as well. Eddie Nketiah, Marc, Guehi swap deal is also being spoken about this morning. I'm not too sure what's going on in Marseille. They were leading the race for Eddie a little while ago. I've been off this thing for a few days. I swear to you, I haven't even been keeping myself up to date with what's been going on. So I don't know where we're at with Eddie to Marseille, but the reports coming out this morning are telling us that Arsenal are potentially going to offer Eddie as a swap deal for Marc Guehi. And I mean, that makes sense. The reason why that makes sense is because getting rid of a player like Eddie is, there's homegrown rules there. We need to replace him with someone that can, fit that criteria, meet that criteria. So it makes sense to get Marc Guehi in as a replacement for Eddie Nketiah, then way there. But then that leaves us a striker short. Viktor Gyokeres, being that missing piece. I mean, it could work out, ladies and gentlemen. It could work out. Big up every single one of you in the building. Make sure we are hitting the like button, all of that type of stuff. We much appreciate every single one of you. Big up the new subscribers, the old subscribers, all of that. Yes, we've got a lot to actually get through and digest this afternoon. This afternoon. Big up JT, big up Mad Miaz. We've got Naruto in the building. Jack Williams is here. God's Power's here. Adam Lee AFC. John Ray. We've got Robin. We've got Lou Shane. We've got Gemiola. We've got Sergio. We've got so many to mention. We'll be here all day. Big up all the real ones. Big up my guy Nort in the building. Big up every single guy that is joining and every single girl that is joining. We do have a mix. In fact, the TikTok account, just to let you guys know, go and follow me on TikTok. Our TikTok account is 75% watched by females. That's crazy. 75% of our content on TikTok is being watched by females. On the Wax Unfiltered channel, 47% of the content is being watched by females. Wow. Big up all the females, man. Big up all the females. Big up Adam as well. Big up all the guys that are joining. No official signing yet. What the hell was going on? I know, man. It makes you think, is these reports BS? Is these reports trying to, PR us into staying financially invested? Come on, guys. Don't lose track. Don't lose focus. Don't, let your support fade, because right now we're on track to going for the title again. This is the season we want to win it. Mikel Arteta has done some talking. In fact, we're going to look at that right now. We've got Sky Sports and some quotes being published about what Mikel Arteta has said about our chances of winning the Premier League this season. And that's what it's about for us, ladies and gentlemen. There's no if, buts, no maybes, no nothing. Yeah, it's one of the reasons why it's important to get super done deals. Yeah, we need super done deals. Super done deals. Bloody hell. Now, we need to get some big deals done. That's what I was meant to say. Super done deals, some big deals done is exactly what Arsenal need to get done, and that is like Calafiori for me meets the criteria of what I'm looking for based on the qualities that he has. He comes in, he adds so much more to what we already have. Our defense has been the best defense in the league. People are claiming it to be the best defense in the world at this moment in time, and Calafiori is coming into that. Is he gonna be able to step up and help us build on what we've already been building on? I believe so, because he adds something so different. He also adds the qualities that Kieran Tierney adds, and that's that's one missing piece for me, especially when we're going up against teams and we're not able to switch it up. We keep relying on Zinchenko trying to invert and trying to act like some, what I mean? It's long. We need other players that can add other qualities. And if you look at Calafiori's overall game, not only can he give you that inverted central creative play, because he actually can get forward and put through balls through, but he also can offer you those overlaps. And that's what we need on the left-hand side, especially for Martinelli. Martinelli was suffocated last season, wasn't getting no support on that left-hand side. It affected him. It affected his confidence. It affected his mentality. And, of course, it affected his GA. So, identifying a player that can also accommodate Martinelli was so crucial. And I think Calafiori is the answer for that. The only question marks over Calafiori would be injuries. He's got a long list of injuries. I'm not too sure if that's going to be a problem for us. We do know the intensity of our training usually puts guys on the medical table for quite long, but we don't want to think about that. We don't want to manifest that. Calafiori is going to come and, he's going to be one of the least injured players this season. So Calafiori obviously ain't official, but it looks like it's done and dusted. And then we're going to be moving on to the next potential two players, Mikel Merino and Viktor Gyokeres. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you are hitting the like button. Order that. We much appreciate every single one of you. Let's get some comments in before we hear what's being said about our chances of winning the title this season. Big up my guy Troy. He says Gyokeres not coming wax. We have Havertz, Martinelli, and Gabriel Jesus up front. Nico Williams, ? Looking like a Barcelona player in a couple of days. As far as I'm reading, Barcelona don't have money to get Nico Williams done. They have to, kind of free up some cash. How they'll do that, I don't know. If they've done that, I don't know. Arsenal, are we still interested in Nico Williams? I'm unsure. There is some interesting stories going around this morning about Viktor Gyokeres and his, potential move to Arsenal. I don't know if Arsenal will make this deal done. It wouldn't make sense to get rid of Eddie and Nketiah and only have Kai Havertz. Jesus and Havertz have proven that they're not really top goal scorers. They're not really clinical. All you got to do is look at the data, the amount of chances that have been created for those players and the amount of chances that they've scored. It just doesn't add up. So as a manager, I expect you to look at that, identify that, and then rectify that. How do you rectify it? Do you believe that Jesus and Kai Havertz is going to get you the amount of goals that we need? Do you believe that they can improve their conversion rates? I don't know. Like if he believes that, then there might be a chance that we bring in some young player that just sits there and he's calm with just being on the bench, getting a few minutes here and there. But if you actually combine the data that you have for Jesus, Kai Havertz for not only last season but also the seasons prior to that, it would concern me as a manager, and therefore I would go and get a striker. And I think Mikel Arteta knows better. I think I should know better, and therefore go and get a striker. Go and get a striker, Viktor Gyokeres or someone else. Ollie Watkins. I mean, I'll even take Ollie Watkins at this rate. I swear to you, a few months ago I was saying, not too sure about Ollie Watkins, but no, he's very determined. He's a strong-minded player. He's got that world-class mentality. He just needs to play for a world-class team. Aston Villa could be that team within the next year, 2 years. You never know how their project's going to go under Unai Emery, who have brought in some good players. Just sold Moussa Diaby to a Saudi Arabian team. Surprisingly, I can't believe that. Moussa Diaby, man. I wanted to tell you, man, this the other day. I think you're an absolute coward. I think you're a coward, bro. Like Moussa Diaby, I was rating you, bro. I was rating you, bro. I'm not going to lie. I was rating you. I wanted you at Arsenal, but I'm so glad that we didn't have you. We didn't sign you, bro, because you're just a coward. You know what I mean? You're a coward. You went over there for the money. The project at Aston Villa is banging. Just got yourself into the Champions League. Like you got a manager that's got European pedigree. So there's based on his CV, there's a chance that you man can get very, very far in this European competition. But you're a coward, bro. You went to Saudi. You went to the new MLS. Like Saudi's even worse than the MLS. That's how bad it is, bro. It's even worse than the MLS. Not even Messi wanted to go to Saudi. He was like, F Saudi, blood. Them way there. Musa, you're a fraud, bro. You're a fraud. You're 25, 26. You are. I don't know, obviously there's a chance to get back to Europe, but there's a number of players that are in Saudi right now complaining. They don't want to be there. And this guy went for the money. Just goes to show you what these dons are all about. Wax, we get it, man. You like Villa. No, bro, it's got nice a dickhead thing. It's got nothing to do with Villa. I will praise anyone's project, bro. Anyone's project that's doing well, I'll praise it, bro.
Like this, I've got bro. Listen to me, bro. I was Unai Emery out. Okay, don't tell me anything. I was fucking Unai Emery out. I did not want Unai Emery as the manager. I did not like the football that Unai Emery was playing at Arsenal Football Club. This has got nothing to do with the manager whatsoever. You know, I'm a football fan, bro. I like all football. Yeah, I support Arsenal, but I like all football. So, you know, when I say these things, don't think it's because I support Aston Villa. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I appreciate their project and what they've done over the past couple of years. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. You know, on that basis, I hate the excuses that we've been given over the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years, whatever you want to give it, because that's proof in the pudding that you don't need to do a fucking 5, 6 year process, do you? But anyway, Wax, not every football player plays because they love the game. Exactly. And this is what I was gonna say before I started reading those comments. People want money, bro. And this is another reason why I said I don't care about Thomas Partey. Like, get rid of Thomas Partey, because Thomas Partey is not in this to be the best guy. He's in this just for the money. He's in this just for the money, bro. You know, them way there. And there's so many other players that are out there just like that. You know what I mean? Big up my guy Nico. Good to see you in the building. No striker, no trophies. I mean, that's how it can look, man. But you got Saka, you got players that can step up and bag. You know what I mean? We've had no problem in scoring goals. It's just that clearly we can score more goals. Clearly we can score more goals. That's what it is. We haven't had a problem with scoring goals over the past 2 years. And that's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of that. I'm scared of that because it means Arteta could look at that data and say, actually, we don't need a striker. We've got players in the team that will bag. So let's forget the striker. Let's plug holes in areas like defensive areas and midfield areas, and we'll just go again. But I feel like if we go and get ourselves a prolific, clinical goal-scoring machine, not only does it enable us to score so many more goals than we already are capable of scoring, but it puts fear into the league, blood. It puts fear into everyone. And remember, this is all about mentality as well. Yeah, you can be in physical shape. Yeah, you can have technical ability. But ultimately, it boils down to mentality, blood. You know, them way there, mentality. We've grown a strong mentality over the past couple of seasons. You know, them way there. But we want to prove to everyone that we are monsters. Like, we're here to put pressure on every single team. Every single team that think they can get to a final of a competition, yeah, best think again, blood. You know, them way there. That's the kind of attitude that we want, and that's the mentality that we want to be putting out there. So, because spread that fear, bruv. Spread that fear. Teams will start buckling under the pressure when they see Saka, Viktor Gyokeres, and flipping Odegaard running at them. They'll be shitting their pants in the tunnel. We were talking about this the other day, blood. We were talking about Ben White and them, man, doing all the stare downs and that. They're doing all the stare downs. Come on. This adds to that. We're talking about it then. Imagine what we do by adding Viktor Gyokeres, Calafiori, and Mikel Merino to that project as well. Imagine what that does, And we're going to get to Mikel Merino, but I'm actually starting to rate him. Since obviously we've been heavily linked, I've just done the eye test a bit more. He does look like a real qualified player. Get a proper striker, and all the top 4 teams have at least one goal machine. Bro, what if he's a Nunes 2.0? He's not a Nunes 2.0. Why would he be a Nunes 2.0 like he hasn't already been in English football donning it up? Did Darwin play in English football prior to him coming to the Premier League? No. So that's that's a benefit within itself. Come on, man. This guy already understands the intensity of English football. He's already been in English football, blood. No matter what level he's played at, he's been in English football. Then again, go and look at Darwin Nunes. Go and look at Darwin Nunes' numbers, and go and look at Gyokeres' numbers. Darwin Nunes didn't even do half of the numbers that Viktor Gyokeres has done at Sporting Lisbon. Coventry to Arsenal is a big step. I hear that, bro. It doesn't matter about the big step. It matters about how qualified the player is, bro. That's what it matters about. It matters about how qualified the player is. If you've done the eye test on Viktor Gyokeres, you'll have no question marks over whether he can actually adapt to a higher level. It's clear as day. It's clear as day. It's clear as day. We don't have to talk too much about it. Tony played in League Two and he is banging goals in the Prem, so it can be done. Exactly. Another thing I want to quickly highlight while we're on that point is Viktor Gyokeres. Viktor Gyokeres, has achieved more numbers at Coventry than Ivan Toney did, than Jack Grealish did, than forget Jack Grealish because he's not even a striker, than Ollie Watkins did. You know, he achieved more goals for Coventry in the Championship or more GA in a season than those two strikers, Ivan Toney and Ollie Watkins. And man saying that he's not good enough. He done more GA than those two strikers. Those two strikers have come to the Premier League and donned up, stepped up. You know what I mean? So look, I have no question marks over Viktor Gyokeres. When man say Darwin Noodles 2.0, that's a stupid saying because Darwin never played in English football prior to that. He never played in it. So, you know, Viktor Gyokeres has the advantage. You know what I mean? But Viktor Gyokeres is better than all the strikers we have been linked with. 100%. He is a real bagsman. He's a proper baller. I have no question marks. I mean, people can have their question marks. That's absolutely fine, but I don't. I'm pretty sold on Viktor Gyokeres. But anyway, let's listen to this. I've been waffling for 15, 16 minutes. Bloody hell, man. Big up the gang, man. Coffee gang settings. Come on. So yeah, man.
Well, like City, Arsenal are on a pre-season tour of the USA. Mikel Arteta has urged his team to take the next step and be crowned Premier League champions.
Okay.
They've run City close for the past 2 years, and Arteta believes they're closer than ever to lifting the trophy. This is what he's had to say. We need to upgrade everything we're doing and improve in every area. That's what we're trying to do. We are so close. In the end, the outcome of this football club has to be to win major trophies, and we are in the process to achieve that. The level that we are showing is extremely high, but it's not been enough to win it. That's the target. We're certainly heading in the right direction. Now what is missing is to bring the big titles back home. Well, like City, Arsenal are on a pre-season tour of the
I'm expecting the big titles to be brought home. This is the season. Mikel Arteta has literally put the expectation on the table. There is no excuses. There is no justifications, no if, buts, maybes, no looking at context. You know, at the end of the day, he needs to deliver this season. If he can't deliver this season, then unfortunately he has to go. He has to resign, part ways. Bro, this is going to be a really long roller coaster of rides. Really long roller coaster of rides. Celtic beat City last night 4-3. Big up my guy J Dub. No excuses this season. This is what I'm saying. No excuses. This is the time. And I'm glad that Arteta is talking with that energy because now everyone has to hold that accountable. Everyone has to hold him accountable and say, listen, this is what you said. This is the energy that you had. You know, this is the third season now, challenging. Third season challenging. Like, how can it be you can't have a third season challenging and not win it. It means you're flopping, bro. That's what it means. Like one season, cool, you challenge. Hey, second season, oh, we got close. The first season, it has to be the one. You know, it has to be the one, bro. Like you can't go the third season round and say, oh, sorry, guys, we come second or third this time, but we're still there or thereabouts. No, bruv. No. The amount of money that is being spent on this project as well is ridiculous. So you have to deliver. You have to. So close to what? You know how to win it. Go out and get a striker. Stop chatting about and get a striker. Exactly, man. Go and get it done, man. And hopefully Gyokeres is going to follow and join the likes of Calafiori at Arsenal Football Club. But let's see what else is being said online about these deals. Where are we? Let's get. I make sure I closed all my tabs, all my tabs, man. It's running a bit slow here, guys. Oh, Crystal Palace have offered 14 million for Ismail Assar. I mean, they're not going to need Eddie Nketiah then, are they? They're not going to need Eddie Nketiah. Okay, what's being said here? What's being said? We might as well start with this. So obviously hearing about Ismail Assar joining Crystal Palace. I'm not too sure how true this will be then, but we're being told this morning that Arsenal are prepared to offer Eddie Nketiah to Crystal Palace as part of a swap deal for Marc Guehi. As part of a swap deal, would it be a straight swap or would it include cash? I mean, this is according to the Metro. I want to know where Eddie Nketiah is at with moving to Marseille. I thought everything was agreed, kind of personal terms agreed, done and dusted. He was ready to jump on that jumbo jet and fly to Paris from the USA. It does say by the Metro that Arsenal star agrees personal terms and will replace Aubameyang at Marseille. That was published 1 day ago. Fabrizio Romano praises club's ambitious transfer window. I don't know what he's talking about there. Eddie Nketiah set for Marseille. Arsenal star agrees personal terms with European giants. I mean, that's what we're being told. That's being published within the last 12 to kind of 24 hours. So, I mean, this here by the Metro, I'm not too sure where they're getting it from. Maybe it is being spoken about. Maybe Arsenal are interested in maybe swapping Eddie for Marc Guehi. I mean, it would make sense, like I said to you guys earlier. Have we sold Eddie? Nope. Eddie agreed terms of OM. 14 will be free. The 14 will be free. Maybe the 14 will be given to Viktor Gyokeres. And he will redeem that 14, 110%. I don't know if he has to go. Is everyone going to be on board doing a rally? Listen, Eddie Nketiah, this is the person that I expect to be next out the door. Will says he will drive Eddie to Gatwick. I don't even think he's not even in the UK, mate. He's in the US. He's in the US. You're gonna have to go over to where are they? Where are they in the US? Are they in LA? Are they in LA? I know all the AFTV dons are over there. You know, they get those special holidays. But what we do know is Eddie's going to be leaving. That's what we do know. And we just want to get him out the door. Get him out the door, man. Is he going to be going to Marseille? Is he going to be going to Crystal Palace? Who knows? It remains to be seen. But Crystal Palace seems to be interested, a team that Arsenal are potentially in negotiations with for Eddie Nketiah. Marc Guehi, however, is he going to be leaving? Who's he going to be joining? It could be Manchester United. They're looking at centre-backs. They've got Euro. Man United are going to be a team to be reckoned with this season. I think they're going to be an interesting team, aren't they? A really interesting team. Signed some decent players, some good players. Would even call them decent. Still got more players that they want to sign. Chelsea have seemed to have gone quiet. Haven't heard much about Chelsea over the past couple of weeks. Newcastle, no Newcastle news. Nothing with Newcastle, interestingly. I'm just trying to think of all the top teams or all the teams that had like potential projects that could have banged. You know, Newcastle was a team that we thought at this moment in time would have been outspending teams, you know, signing some mad players. I don't think Newcastle have signed anyone. Like they're under some mad constraints over there. Who else was there? Aston Villa obviously have signed you know, a good couple players. Just trying to think, bro. Yeah, them man are in LA. Arteta the dog will regret not selling Smith Rowe. Marc Guehi was good for England, I can't lie, until we got smoked by Spain. Yeah, like I think Marc Guehi's a good player, but would he handle like the intensity of teams that are just running that man? You know, like players running that man. Skillful, tricky. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like in certain moments he's gonna be he's not going to be able to work under certain pressures. He ain't going to be able to work under certain pressures. That's going to lead to him giving balls away, you know, just kind of being slightly complacent. I don't know. We'll see how he gets on if he does join, but I can see Arsenal being interested, and we do need a centre-back. I said to you guys, one of the main priorities for me is bringing another centre-back because we don't have one. I can't rely on Kiwior. Kiwior didn't show improve in the Euros. He's been questionable for England, even though he's been for Arsenal. Sorry, even though he's been playing out of position. Decent player, but he's not someone that I mean, he's a level drop off. You know, we need someone that will step in if Saliba or Gabriel get injured, that just doesn't drop levels. You know, then we're there. Is Marc Guehi the answer? I mean, essentially, but you know, we'll have to wait and see, man. We have to wait and see. It's definitely better than Kivior, though. Okay. Marc Guehi was good for England. I've already read that. What else we got going on in here? Guys, make sure we are hitting up the like button. Well over 100 people locked in. Hit the like button. Do subscribe. All of that. Get your comments in. That's really important. I need people to literally spam the comments, man. Let me know your thoughts about Arsenal. Like, what's Arsenal doing at the moment? What do you want to know about Arsenal? Like, what is going on, bro? Let me know. Just go absolutely berserk and just let me know everything that's on your mind right now. Like, literally. Okay, let's move on. Jakub Kivior. So there's a report coming out this morning to suggest that Inter Milan are on the verge of agreeing a deal with Jakub Kivior. Fabrizio, however, a couple of hours ago said, listen, Arsenal have not received any approach from Inter Milan for Jakub Kivior. Nothing agreed, even on player side. He says Kivior remains available on the market, but Arsenal now want permanent move or a loan with an obligation to buy. He could leave as Calafiori is joining. So he could leave. Now, look, maybe the thinking behind signing Calafiori is to play him as a centre-back as well. Because I don't know. I don't think we need to be getting rid of, because the way they're talking about Calafiori joining is like he can only join, or he's only joining if Jakub Kivior leaves. So what we're doing, just is it a replacement signing basically? Can't get my words out. Is he a replacement signing? Is he just coming in to replace Jakub Kivior? And of course, he's an upgrade on Jakub Kivior. But that means we might see him playing as a centre-back. Do I mind that? I mean, I know he can play as a centre-back. Maybe we might be switching to a back three. I don't know what the thinking is behind this one anyway. But if I was looking at this, if this was my actual team and I was managing this, Calafiori would come in as a left-back. You're a left-back. Tomiyasu, sorry, my friends. I got to get rid of you, bruv. Yeah, Tomiyasu's got some next mad injury. He's not even on the US tour because of this injury. So, Tommy, I'm sorry, my friend. The moment you get back off that medical table, we're putting you on a plane and we're sending you to whatever team comes in. You know, like we have to wash our hands with Tommy. That's where Timber comes in, and Timber is effectively that guy now. You know what I mean? So Timber's gonna have to rotate with Ben. He's gonna have to rotate with Calafiori, but then that still leaves us light in the centre back role. So I think we need to go and get a centre back. A real centre-back, someone that's not going to be a real drop-off from what Saliba and Gabriel give us. Do you know what I mean? Marc Guehi could be that guy. But yeah, Jakub Kivior. What was the other report that come out on Jakub Kivior? I'm pretty sure I've got it here. Let me quickly find it. But, you know, according to Fabrizio Romano, it's not true. But usually Fabrizio Romano is not true, is he? Is he? He's not really that guy. So the Gazzetta, I mean, it's another Italian publication. I mean, all these Italian publications are fraudulent. They're all fraudulent. Inter Milan are close to an agreement with Jakub Kivior. That's what the Gazzetta have printed in their new edition. So it's in the paper. It's in the paper. It's in their newspaper. Zinchenko has to go first, mate. Keep Kivior, sell Tierney. That's another person that we haven't even spoken about. Kieran Tierney, what happens with him? Honestly, I keep Kivior over Guehi. Guehi got to be the most overrated defender ever. Proper mistake prone. Big up my guy H. And this is one problem I have. I feel like in this type of team, under a lot of pressure, trying to hold a lead, playing the ball out from the back, I think Marc Guehi gives balls away. I have to be honest. I honestly think he gives balls away. You know what I mean? He makes mistakes. Doesn't win the duel. Yeah, he doesn't win the duel. And you know what I mean? Like, I think that's Marc Guehi. And that doesn't say that he's a totally dead player, but those little moments and those little things are so key and crucial to a team that want to win the Premier League, blood. So crucial. All those duels, winning every single duel, making sure that you get as many passes completed as possible. You don't want to be giving the balls away. You know, if you are giving balls away, you would rather it go out maybe for a goal kick, so you can actually get yourself back into like restructure, reorganize, and you probably win back possession instantly. You know what I mean? With the way you press, etc. So that's the only time you really want to give a ball away. But you don't want to be playing the ball out from the back and you try and make a forward pass and you're giving the ball to, you know, a creative number 8. And straight away the springs on the attack and you've got runners. And that's because of Marc Guehi. And then you've got David Raya under pressure. David Raya! Oh, no. No. We don't want that. We'll be meltdown. We'll be meltdown central, bruv. Meltdown central. You can't have that. So, yeah, Marc Guehi, I see him as one of those type of dons. You probably have a point when you say keep Kiwior, because Kiwior might be more, he's probably more composed than him. But in saying that, Kiwior also gives the ball away quite a lot. So, yeah, I just need an upgrade on both of these dons, bruv. I need an upgrade on both of these dons, bruv. I tell ya. Are you live every day, Wax? And what time? Big up Tiger and Guna. Yeah, I'm on this channel. I'm live 11:30 every single day. I've taken a couple of days off over the past couple of days because my wife's been ill and she's in hospital at the moment. So, you know, after this, man's going to be shooting off down to the hospital. So, yeah, haven't been able to create any content on Wax Online. And then we've got the other channel, Wax Unfiltered. As we do know, the channel is doing absolutely amazing. We're almost at 20k subscribers in literally 2 to 3 weeks. It's been an absolutely amazing journey, and I like creating the content. Very, very different to this. But all of that, I'm creating late night. Like I'm up 10 o'clock till 2-3 bells in the morning creating that content. So, yeah, man. But it's definitely worth it. I have to be honest, mate. It is definitely worth it. The best ability is availability, bro. Exactly. This is another reason why Thomas and Tomiyasu, look, they're both Tommies. Both Tommies. Tommy Partey and Tomiyasu. Yeah, you both need to go, bro. You both need to go. Your Unfiltered channel with 30, broski. Big you up, Shaqs. Nothing but love and respect, bro. Come on. Anyway, all right, cool. So Jakub Kiwior could be out the door. He could be out the door. Let's see what Arsenal decide to do with this one. Just to obviously double confirm for those that still need the reassurance. Paperwork between Arsenal and Bologna finalized early this morning. Contract is ready for signature. Calafiori has been given the green light to proceed with his medical, which should take place over the next 24-48 hours, in my opinion. Flight to London is expected soon. Details to follow, and that's according to the Purple Panel, who have been very adamant about Calafiori joining and their stance on the deal and giving us kind of information about this. So, you know, big up Purple Panel because they have actually followed through with this one. And I know that because doing this content daily, looking at all the news, I can tell you that Purple Panel have been on this from day one. So, when are you going to be a full-time content creator? Hey, that's a good question. That might even start from next month. I'll tell you that. That might start from next month. Blessings and health to wifey. Oh, thank you ever so much, Mr. Robbo. Prayers up for the wifey, bro. Thank you so much, Lushane, man. Much appreciate that. Big up all the guys watching in Australia. Perth. Big up the guys in Perth, man. I want to come to Australia one day. Absolutely beautiful place, man. Sad Guna says, where is Edu? You know what, yeah? I've been away from football for the past couple of days, so I haven't had my foot really firmly on his neck for the past couple of days. But something tells me that Arsenal have something cooking. Arsenal really have something cooking. I am slightly disappointed with the timing of the signings. The reason for that is because it goes against what Edu and Arteta told us last season. They told us that they want all of their players in before the US tour. They want all of their players in. They want to make sure that every single player is signed. And I thought, well, if you feel that way last year, I'm sure you're going to feel that way every single year from here on out. Not, oh, it's only 1 year and the next year it's okay. We can wait till deadline day. It's fine. That doesn't make any sense. You know, it's either you want all your players before you go on your US tour or you don't. You know, then way there. Now, look, I know the Euros has been taking place, so that is obviously an exception you can make, but regardless, I still don't even make an exception for that. I still feel like if you had players that you'd want to sign, just get them done, bro, whether they're at the Euros or not at the Euros. However, one thing that has slightly given me optimism is not only people in my WhatsApp group, big up all the guys that are in the chat that are in the group that have given me a bit of reassurance, a bit of optimism, but the fact that we've always, as a football club, since Mikel Arteta has kind of mentioned this, we've always said the players need to want Arsenal. We don't want players that don't want Arsenal. We don't want players that don't want Arsenal. So on that basis, if I want Viktor Gyokeres and I've already built up a relationship with his representative, I've already, spoke to the player and X, Y, and Z. At that point, I should feel so comfortable and confident that he ain't going anywhere else. If I have to come in with my bid on the 28th of August, so be it. I expect him to still be there waiting for me. That's the kind of attitude and the position that Arsenal are taking with their signings. That's the only explanation as to why they're dragging this out, why they're taking so long with getting deals done. They've already had their meeting with Viktor Gyokeres. Viktor Gyokeres has already said, listen, Arsenal, I ain't going to listen or talk to anyone. I've told my agent and I'm telling you, I want you, man. Yeah, no, did he? That's what it is. That's what it is. That's the only thing I can assume at this moment in time. So it remains to be seen if Arsenal do pull out Viktor Gyokeres and pull out another massive summer signing, marquee signing that significantly improves what we're doing this summer or this season, then I'm not going to question them. I'm not going to question them next summer. I will allow them to ride the whole summer without actually questioning them. But just remember, ladies and gentlemen, what I've told you, man, and you girls as well. You ladies and gentlemen, man, ladies. Anyway, what I've told you, man, and ladies, is that if we deliver the Premier League title this summer, why do I keep saying this summer, this season, and Mikel Arteta has given a new contract, I am gonna detach myself from the football club because I can't be any more patient than I've already been. You know what I mean? And then I think it's a piss take if we decide to not win anything this summer. I keep saying it again, this season, and we decide to give him a new contract based on that. That makes no sense. You can give a guy a new contract based on failure. And I'm glad that Mikel Arteta has told us that he wants the Premier League. He wants the Premier League this season. I need your content 24/7. My morning routine, going to work. So 1 video a day ain't cutting it. So next month, full time, I'm beat for it. Big you up, man. Big you up. Much appreciate you. Big up Wax here in Jamaica, trying to put back on my roof the hurricane. Oh man, I heard about that, man. I hope your family are doing well. So sad to actually see that. I know a lot of my friends are Jamaican as well, so they're providing a lot of support, to family, friends, and other people that needed it. I hope you're well though, my guy. If your heart ain't in it, you can't really give it 100%. I mean, about the player wanting Arsenal or not. Yes, money talks. That's facts. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I don't think we want players anymore that only talk if money talks. Do you know what I mean? Like, we need players. I want players that are tailored to wanting to be world class. If you're a young player, you are someone that has the mentality to want to be the best that you can be, the best in the world. That's what I want. I don't want guys to be sitting there thinking about, oh, but I only want to do it because I want the check that comes with it. You know what I mean? I don't want that. I don't want that. Even experienced players, like if you're 27, 28, 29, like, I know it is slightly different for those guys because they're coming to the retirement ages, isn't it? And you kind of want a big package to kind of see you out. That can always be, if you show loyalty to a football club, man, they can always bust you at the end anyway. They have these loyalty bonuses in their contract as well. Loyalty bonuses are there for a reason. If you show loyalty and you stay at the football club for a certain amount of time, we're gonna boss you with a, I don't know, 8 million, 10 million, or whatever that loyalty bonus is. So there's loyalty bonuses. And I'm not too sure if everyone gets one, but it's definitely negotiable, before signing a contract. You'll love it here, Wax. Loads of gooners over here in Perth, buds. Oh, yeah, man. One day. I tell you, I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling soon. A lot of traveling. I'm not even lying to you. Right, it's something that I've been speaking about recently. Blessings Wax, you're on 20k, he says. Or on this channel, I think I'm like 500 subscribers away or some shit. Pardon my language. But the other channels probably be on 20k within the next couple of days, mate. I tell you. PSG will outbid Bayern and offer 60 million for Rennes for desired due. He's a good player as well. Wax, do you watch RTM podcast? Spray is too funny, you know. He kills me. Yeah, their man are funny. The man then watch. Watch Spray, of course. So I always see his clips in our WhatsApp groups. What's the other channel? Wax Unfiltered. Link is in the description. Link is in the description, mate. Other channels popping, says Jay Dub. Big you up, Jay. I see you leaving comments on there as well, man. Much appreciate that. But anyway, yeah, so let's move on. Who else we got to talk about? Viktor Gyokeres still. Yeah, I've only got about 10 more minutes to do this, so let's speed through. So, what's being said? Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Okay, so Mikel Merino firstly, then we'll do... so we do Mikel Merino first. So it's being said, yeah, that Mikel Merino wants to think carefully about which path to take after deciding not to renew his contract with Sociedad. At the moment, the team that have been most insistent after Atletico Madrid is Arsenal. And they have made some calls and inquiries, but there has been no official offers yet. And that's according to Matt Moretto. There is another new report, if I quickly find it. And this is published by the Purple Panel. So we have to, again, we've got to take these guys in the Purple Panel because they have been all over the Calafiori deal since the beginning. And I think they've been bang on the money with it. They also confirmed that Arsenal have made contact with Mikel Merino and are waiting for the green lights. You know, this kind of aligns with what we just read there from Matt Moretto. An agreement on personal terms. So it's kind of they're waiting for the green light on whether this guy wants to join them or not, or join Barcelona, or join one of the other teams that are interested in him. Club is heavily prepared to pursue the signing of Merino upon reaching an agreement on personal terms. So Arsenal are serious about Mikel Merino. Is Mikel Merino serious about Arsenal? That's the question that we want to ask here. Is Calafiori a gunner yet, says Christopher Chan. Big you up. I mean, I would say he is, but it hasn't officially been announced by Arsenal yet. I don't even think the medical has been completed yet. So, yeah, we it's not official. It's not official, but I would say yes, this guy is coming. How about loaning Xavi Simons or João Felix? Big up Alan. Yeah, man, listen, I'll take both of the players. You know, Xavi Simons would be my favorite. You know, he's one of my favorite ballers at the moment. So, you know, I'll definitely take Xavi Simons, you know, play him in the 8 role alongside Odegaard. That would cook. That would be out of this world. And they've both got work rate as well. So I know they'll both track. I know they'll, you know, chase runners, try and recover. You know what I mean? I know, like Odegaard especially, we know what we get from Odegaard. But Xavi, I think he will give us the same level of output, mate. And the connection, the style of play that those two players together would be able to create for our attack. Bro, the patterns will be off the chart, mate. I tell you. The same with João Felix, but I think João Felix, I'm not too sure about João. I'm not too. He's just not clinical, and I think he's not clinical, but he's someone that will always try and go for goal in the final third. It's like, bro, don't even take the chance. You're not a clinical guy. Just put the ball on a plate for someone that will bag it, and that's my only problem with João. I think good player though. Maybe he just can't handle the Prem. That's what I'm saying. He didn't really do that well at Chelsea, man. He didn't really do that well. And it was a mess at Chelsea at the time. So, I don't know. Xavi Simons, though, I'm definitely all over that. No Diddy. But yeah, Mikel Merino. I've got a good feeling about this. I do feel that Arsenal will sign this player. And if they don't sign him, we're definitely going to be signing a central midfielder. That has to be a priority. We need a long-term partner for Declan Rice, in my opinion, even though Mikel Merino doesn't meet that criteria. But I would rather bring in a central midfielder than no central midfielder, having to rely on Jorginho and Thomas Partey for not even a 38 domestic campaign, plus Carabao and FA Cup. But you're talking about like a 70 to 75 game season, bloods. You think, bro, you think Jorginho and Thomas Partey are going to give you 75 games? Or even if we don't say 75 games, let's say it would be around 35 games each. We would need Thomas and Jorginho to be able to give us around 35 games each next season. Nah. They're not going to be able to deliver that. No way. That's a death sentence, bro. That is a death sentence. There is no way Mikel Arteta can say, nah, we're not going to sign a central midfielder because we're happy with Jorginho and Thomas Partey. No way. Makes no sense. Anyway, so central midfielder definitely will be coming through the door. So let's see who it will be, Mikel Merino or someone else. We don't know yet. But let's move on to Viktor Gyokeres and what's being said here. This will be the last topic of discussion. Make sure we are hitting the like button. Well over 100 people, close to 150 people locked into this stream this morning. Make sure we're hitting the likes, getting us over 100 likes at a bare minimum, and subscribing if we are new, of course. So, caught offside. Yes. I see some people in the chat that have already mentioned this. Caught offside. And as well as various other little small publications that have kind of probably just jumped on this. But what they've basically said 2 hours ago, they've put this article up saying Arsenal prepare to open talks over signing Viktor Gyokeres. Gyokeres, I'm being told. Gyokeres. Is it Gyokeres? Yok. I hear people calling him Gyokeres. I don't know, man. There's going to be various different pronunciations until we get him in the Premier League and he comes and says, yeah, my name's pronounced this way. You know, I think even people still can continue to pronounce it wrong. You know, my surname used to get pronounced wrong all the time as a child, all the time. People used to always pronounce my surname wrong. They used to think it was something else. You know, I used to have girls, girls in the area, obviously, that used to tag me and my boys' names on the wall saying, this person is 100% buff. This person is this. I remember those days, yeah. And they used to always get my name wrong, but they used to try and put my full name on the walls. Imagine that, like full government name with a big, massive love heart saying he is 100% buff. But no, we're going back to the 90s, boy. 90s, early 2000s. Them days there were absolutely wild. But people always used to get my name wrong. You know what I mean? And my surname's only got 6 letters in it. You know what I mean? Anyway, you know what I mean? But yeah, Sporting Lisbon, they want 86 million. They want an 86 million clause paid in full. Chelsea also wants to watch for. They're trying to put Chelsea in there. I mean, I ain't heard anything about Chelsea over the past couple of weeks. Like, they've just literally gone off the radar in terms of like transfers and what they're trying to do in this market. But imagine they just come out of the woodworks in the final moments to try and give us a battle for Gyokeres. Come on, man. Gyokeres. This is what I'm saying. Gyokeres. This is what I'm pronouncing. This is how I'm pronouncing it. Yo, Wax, what's your actual name? It's Wax, fam. That's my name, bro. That's my actual name. Wax, cuz. Enough respect to man like Wax. Big up Boss in the building. Big up Yardman as well. What do you think of getting Tony, says Tiger and Guna? Listen, I don't know, man. I swear to you, Ivan Tony gives me Lacazette vibes. He gives me Lacazette vibes. Even in the Euros, he was giving me Lacazette vibes. I just don't think he's got the athleticism, I think I said it right, to actually do what we need him to do. I just don't think he has it. I don't know. I think he'll be sluggish. I don't know, man. Lacazette settings, bro. Lacazette settings. Big up MJ Marshall. Big up all the guys in Barbados. Come on, shout out Barbados, man. We've got a lot of guys from Barbados that watch this. They're sitting there in the blazing heat on lovely sandy beaches. A man's here in some dead London settings. Everyone wants to be here. I don't know why. It is not good over here, mate. The summer's already done, just to let you guys know. So if anyone's planning to come to London for a summer holiday, I don't know what you are doing. What you are doing, bruv. You know, London is a pit stop. London, just to let you guys know, anyone that wants to come to London, London is a pit stop. It's a place where you come, you stop for 1-2 days. It's how we treat Amsterdam. That's what London is, more or less. It's how Londoners treat Amsterdam. You go to Amsterdam, you pit stop for like 1-2 days and you duck out again, bruv. There's nothing there for you. There's nothing here for you, bro. It's a 1-2 day stop. It's a 1-2 day pit stop and you're gone again. Curtis said, get Tony on ITV, I was about to call it. But what is going on, bruv? That's how you know I haven't had my coffee this morning. I didn't have my coffee this morning, bruv. Yeah? Man was screaming coffee game with no coffee, bruv. Imagine that. Got bare water in the cup. Curtis said, get Tony on AFTV. I was happy when I saw that. I think he could be a bargain. I mean, he could be a bargain. I think Brentford probably will accept about 20 million, 25 million for Ivan Toney right now. His last year of his deal. He's got one more year in his deal. You know, he's clearly not going to sign a new one. But for me, I just think we're past Toney. I honestly think we're past Toney, man. I could be wrong. He could come in and be a bagsman, but I think we're past Toney. I honestly think we're past Toney. But, yeah, you know, people have their opinions. People want, you know, people have their options. You know what I mean? I would rather someone else. Viktor is my guy. Viktor is my guy. Ivan is various other people's guys. Like, I prefer Viktor, man. Big up the Bahamas, here on vacation. Come on, big up Yard, man. Can Timber play as a DM? Says Sean. Yes, I believe so. Amos says Merino is not a necessity. Keep Jorginho and Partey. Get a young player, perhaps from the youth academy, to develop under Jorginho and Partey. I mean, that would make sense. That would make sense, especially if you've got a proper number 6. If you know in your academy that you've got a proper number 6, but he's still a little bit raw, then maybe you could do that. I know Arsene Wenger probably would have done that just to kind of be cost effective. I get it. But if we just won the title, then maybe I would feel that way. Maybe I would feel that way because I know that Jorginho and Thomas Partey are capable of winning the title. We just done it. But we're in a position where we're trying to win the title. So I can't say, yeah, I'm happy to just go down that route. Now, I would, oh man, it's a hard one. It's a questionable one because there's players like João Neves who I have said, actually, I would bring him in because I know he would be a long-term partner for Declan Rice. But if to kind of say, you know what, F it, we'll accept it. Only if that number 6 in the academy is good enough. That's all it is. He's got the mentality, and we know within the next 3-4 months, he could be performing to the level that Merino is, you know, at Manchester United. Because Merino at Manchester United literally come on the scene, and within a short space of time, he proved that he had the maturity, the confidence, you know, the experience to a degree to manage himself like a mature player on the field. And that's exactly what he's done. That's exactly what he's done. So if we can find a player in our youth academy that can offer us that, then I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But relying on Jorginho and Thomas Partey for a full season, a 75 or 70 game season, shall I say, doesn't sit right with me, bro. I like Toney, but my only problem is that we may have to buy another striker in 2 years' time. You know, that does lead to another problem. This is what I'm saying. Viktor Gyokeres, 25, 26. You know, you're going to have this type of striker for at least another 5 years. You know, within that space of time, that will give you enough time to really identify a young striker in the youth academy, bring him through, build him up, and within the next 3 years, you start implementing him into the first team. Anyway, guys, I've got to wrap this one up. I've got to literally prepare for this meeting. I've got it in about 3 minutes. Yeah. So I need to take my cap off and literally go and comb my hair and stuff as well. Anyway, guys, make sure we are hitting up the likes, all of that type of stuff. We much appreciate every single one of you. Big up all the real ones in the building. Come on. Make sure you subscribe to the Wax and Filter channel. We've got more content dropping on there today as well. We've done a lot of content recording and stuff like that last night. We're going to be doing more this evening as well, so do expect more. But yeah, guys, subscribe to that channel. Big up J Dub, big up Glenn, big up Mr. Robbo, big up my guy Mad Miaz, big up Shax, big up Peppermint, big up Naga, big up Rohan as well. I see you, my broski. Big up Alfred, big up Tiger and Guna. Big up all the people that I can see in the bottom of the building. Yardman Jamaica, man. Nothing but love and respect to you. I hope you have a good holiday. Big up Sean. Big up everyone. Big up everyone. Make sure you're hitting the like button, all of that type of stuff. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Peace.